Welcome to another episode of What's Your Forte, presented by Bandology. Bandology is a Canadian nonprofit dedicated to more music for more kids via education, collaboration, and community.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of What's Your Forte. I'm Sandy Wright, the head of programming at Bandology.
And I'm Tamara, our public relations coordinator. Today, we have another episode in our series about music careers for you.
Who are you talking to this week?
On today's episode, we get to chat with Madison Keats, a percussionist and recent graduate in performance.
Don't forget to check out our application guides to learn more about studying post-secondary music. Take it away.
Hello, and welcome to today's episode of What's Your Forte, where we explore the important power of music education. In today's episode, learn why pursuing a music major could be your next big step. I'm your host, Tamara, and today we have a very special guest joining us, Madison Keats, who is a recent Bachelor of Music graduate from Wilfrid Laurier University with a concentration in percussion performance. As well, Bandology is very excited to have Madison as our workshop coordinator this summer. Get ready to be inspired as we dive into the world of pursuing music as a post-secondary major. So hello, Maddie. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much. So before we get into more of the specific interview questions, we like to do something called the Fast Five, which is just so that I and the audience can get to know you a little bit better. So our first Fast Five question is, what is your favorite movie soundtrack?
Star Wars.
Nice. And what is an instrument you don't play but wish you did?
Cello.
What is your hidden talent?
Embroidering.
Very nice. Who is your musical inspiration or just someone you listened to growing up?
Sheila E.
Ooh. And lastly, what is your favorite concert you've attended?
Pop concert, I would say Taylor Swift. And classical would be one I attended recently, and it was the TSO season opener this year where they played The Rite of Spring.
Very nice. So thank you very much, Maddie. I feel like I learned a lot more about you. So going into more of our interview-specific questions, what initially drew you to pursue a Bachelor of Music in university?
Well, I guess I'll start with the basic answer and say music is just what I love to do. It's the thing I wake up in the morning excited to do. It's what gets me out of bed, whether it's that 6 a.m. practice session or a concert that day. I really wanted to use music when I was going into school to achieve like my all-time goal in life, which would be to help people. So I thought, hey, why don't I figure out a way to help people doing what I love? Because then am I really even working?
I love that. So after your first 2 years in the common Bachelor of Music stream, what led you to pursue percussion as your concentration?
I would say it was my love of performing, but also my drive to learn and just understand my instrument more and at a higher level. I just really wanted to take it to that next level and just learn. I guess I just really enjoy learning, and the little bit of that competitive edge in me wanted to just see how much I could learn about my instrument.
I love that. And what is your favorite percussion instrument?
I love this question because I don't actually have a favorite, but I just really enjoy performing.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you ask me to come play a marimba solo, drum kit groove, or the triangle, I will always say yes, sign me up, and be super excited.
I love that. So can you share any pivotal moments or experiences during your studies at Laurier that solidified your passion for music?
I have a few that come to mind. One of them would be my first percussion ensemble concert at Laurier. It happened in my second year of my degree because my first year was COVID, so unfortunately there were no live performances. But I did that first percussion ensemble concert and I felt so accomplished and alive, and just really the power of that live music aspect. And I was like, hey, I kind of want to do this for the rest of my life. Let's figure out how. And then another moment I would say would be in the class drumming course taught at Laurier by Brennan Connolly. It had me dancing and singing and drumming all at the same time, and that's never really something I had done before. I was always very self-conscious with dancing and singing. I always associated that with something that I didn't do. I'm a percussionist. I don't sing. I don't use my voice. But it really brought me out of my shell, made me re-fall in love with music through that course because I enjoyed the dancing, I enjoyed the singing, and I loved the drumming, and it showed me the sense of community that music brings and how I wanted to focus on that aspect of music. It reminded me why I love doing what I do.
That's amazing. I wish I was in that class. Sounds like so much fun. So on the flip side of that, what challenges did you face as a performance major and how did you overcome them?
One of the large challenges I experienced would definitely be the pandemic, especially at the beginning of my degree, and not getting to perform live was a hard challenge. But working with Laurier, they had ways to record, which was a valuable experience in and itself. Recording yourself and doing the recording process is a learning curve that is frustrating but rewarding all at the same time. So that's definitely how we overcame that. I would also say another challenge that I had was injury, which musicians experience. I experienced it in a slightly different way because I also played a sport while I was in school. So I broke my thumb during my undergraduate. So that was challenging, but I put on my creative thinking hat and I learned all my rep with one hand and still got to participate in ensemble, which I was very grateful for. Yeah.
And how do you think studying percussion or music in general has contributed to your personal and professional growth?
It really taught me the value of dedication and time management and honestly organization. You have to be prepared not only with your music and knowing your music, but you have to know what instruments you have to get to ensemble at any given moment, and make sure they're all there, because percussion, there's so many things going on all at the same time. So just really having your wits about you, and I would also say the teamwork aspect of it and learning how to work with people and interpersonal connections and stuff, because when you're a percussionist, you're working on as a team. Everyone has their own role. You got to trust your section members that they have everything, and you have to make sure that your section members trust you as well. There's a sense of accountability that I think really translates to the workforce and that you get to learn, and all of those creative thinking aspects as well. Whether you get injured, forget an instrument, need to find a new instrument, found percussion parts. It's just creative thinking on the go.
I love that. And for our last question, as this is a podcast that is trying to inspire people to pursue their passions, what advice would you give to someone considering pursuing music as a major in university?
Be creative and explore all of your ideas. There is no idea too big, too small, too silly. The beauty of studying music is there's no one path that you have to take. As long as you're creative and you can think of a way and connect with the right people, there's always a way to make what you want to do happen. It's make your opportunities happen, and you could have one of the most exciting careers that you can never imagine. I would also say that just because you go into a bachelor's of music doesn't mean you're locked into being a musician for the rest of your life. You can still explore other passions and go on to master's programs in other fields. Going off the last question, a Bachelor of Music prepares you for other life skills that a lot of fields really enjoy and value. It's also an opportunity to focus on your craft. Just really hone in for 4 years and see what you can do. Push your limits and just have fun and enjoy it.
I love that. Well, unfortunately, that is all the time that we have today. So as we wrap up today's episode, I want to extend a very heartfelt thank you to today's guest, Madison Keats, for sharing her experiences and wisdom with us. Whether you're considering a future in music or simply appreciate its profound impact, I hope this episode has offered valuable insights and encouragement. Until next time, we hope you keep listening, learning, and pursuing your passions. And this is Tamara signing off from this very special episode of What's Your Forte?
Thanks for joining us. If you like what you heard, you can learn more about our organization at bandology.ca, which features information about music education, advocacy and research, and our workshops, community events, and music camps. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube at bandology.ca, and find more episodes of What's Your Forte wherever you get your podcasts.